first St. Gallen Symposium in Switzerland. Under the topic Collaborative Advantage, 3 generations of leaders explored new, more impactful models of collective action to address interconnected challenges of global security, climate action and intergenerational fairness. Syngenta Group supports the student-led initiative as the main partner and aims to foster intergenerational and cross-cultural global dialogue and lead with the next generation in mind. I spoke to some of Syngenta Group's aspiring leaders to hear what collaborative advantage means to them.
So collaborative advantage to me means that the solutions that we can bring forward are best when we work together, and that the very best solutions can be found when it's more as a better situation than the sum of the individual parts of what we work together with.
It means a lot to me. As Dominic earlier said, I think the word has evolved a lot from competitive advantage to collaborative advantage, and I think the entire humanity needs to recognize that huge enhancement or advancement that in our understanding. 30 years ago, the world is really banking on competitive advantage, that we want to be more profitable, we want to make more money, we want to make the pie bigger. And today we realize the world has evolved into such a complexity that we cannot, no country, no nation, no human being, no company can solve the societal problem alone by themselves. So it is not a whether or not, it's a must. And it's about how deep we can push the collaboration further.
So collaborative advantage means to me different ways for us to resolve different kind of problems, and it's important for us to consider the diversity of ideas, perspectives and ways of thinking when thinking on collaborative advantage. By just reaching the same population, we will not be collaborating. So I think it's important what we did in St. Gallen, having different generations, different people from different countries, and just understanding their perspectives, seeing how situations are being seen in different countries and in different social aspects, and then finding a solution that will probably not fit for all, but fit for a collective benefit.
Well, to me, it's really about joining the forces to answer the challenges of tomorrow, or even the challenges of today, like climate, food security, but also peace. And we've heard here today from multiple politicians, amongst others the president of the Swiss Confederation, that to answer these challenges we need to work together. And a company on its own is already adding value, but not enough, and it's not going far enough. The industry is not going far enough. What we need is a collaboration, a joint effort to create value beyond economical means, but also societal and environmental means. Climate here is a topic of the hour at the St. Gallen Symposium, and we've realized that talking to various different stakeholders, be it climate activists, be it insurers, or be it politicians, we need to come together. The complexity of the problems we face is increasingly growing, exponentially growing, which requires adequate answers.
The collaborative advantage is our ability to look beyond the boundaries and not just look at what do I get and what do you get, but what do we get collectively. And just also shifting your headset to away from a very linear way of thinking, saying, there is a start, there is a middle part, and then there is the end to everything, versus really a circular way of thinking and approaching things. You take a step back and look at how can I take what I'm taking, make what I'm making, use what I'm using, but also give back, right? So that's the sort of the collaborative mindset and advantage we discussed quite extensively. When you do that, there is no win-lose, there's always win-win, and together we are able to create more than what each of us are bringing to the table.
We are living in a very interconnected world with complex issues which cannot be solved by simple answers. So we need collaboration, we need people to put their best minds together to develop solutions where nobody is left behind. So collaborative advantage for me is collective action by many stakeholders to create win-win solution, and it's a natural development, evolvement from the competitive advantage which made us successful the last decades.